Welcome back, Goslings, to your weekly vlog. I'm so glad you're here, and I hope you're excited for another Reddit ghost story. It has been incredibly hot this week, and this medium feels like he's been trapped in a place that's really hot. The hottest place in the world, one might say. I can barely even say its name, but I'll whisper it. Arizona. This week's question is, what is my favorite color? Now, you might assume it's this beigey kind of brown, but you'd be incorrect, Goslings. My favorite color is the color purple. It screams royalty. It screams fancy. It's a color my mother didn't let me wear, so I love it all the more for it. Whoa! Purple doesn't repel ghosts, it invites them in. That's why all royalty goes crazy. It's not the incest. It's a ghost. This week's story comes from Rando Brando, great name. Their story is named Weird Interactions with the Hat Man. Now, I chose this story, Ghostlings, because we haven't had a ghost monster quite yet. The Hat Man screams spooky scary, and that's why I wanted to read it with you. They start by saying, I like to start by saying, Ghostlings, that's spooky. I am by no means superstitious or a huge believer in anything paranormal. In fact, where I'm from, there's a place called Corpsewood Manor. Goslings, places with obviously creepy names, are never haunted. And supposedly, if you take a brick from the old manor, weird things will begin happening to you. So, of course, in high school, I took a brick just to shove her when that wasn't true. First mistake, Goslings. You should have stolen something more valuable so you could sell it and curse someone else. Always think ahead, Goslings. Anyway, when I was younger, 2006-ish, that doesn't tell us how old you were, I had just gotten a flip phone with a camera on it. Flip phones, Goslings, portrait devices. So obviously I'm going around taking pictures of anything slash everything. In my hometown, there's a historic railroad that is very rarely still used. One evening on our way home, my mom and I got stuck in this RR crossing, so I figured I'd take a picture of the train as it passed. It was a sunny, clear day, so I took a photo through the car window of the train. After looking at the photo in the glare of the window, there was a face slash head of a man with a trench coat on and a fedora type hat. Oh, Goslings. Fedoras are cursed. Anyone who wears a fedora is probably cursed. Avoid them. It was very clear, so I showed my mom, and she was equally as stunned, since it was only her and I in the car. We went home and started looking up possible deaths slash accidents on the old train, but we weren't able to find anything. My mom was so taken aback, she even posted the picture in our local newspaper. Wish I still had it. Nothing came of that either. So something that my mom and I both collectively were just kind of like, what is that? And moved on from it. That is fair, Goldstring. Sometimes a ghost says, hello, and there's nothing more to it. You just say hello back. So they don't want to know why they died. You don't want to know the history. You just want to say, nice to meet you. No, never speak to me again. In the middle of 2020, a couple months into the pandemic, I moved out on my own. Interesting time to do that, Goldstrings. A very interesting time indeed. I had my best friend and partner living with me, and this is the beginning of a messy few years. Domestic violence, alcoholism. I was not expecting that, Goldstrings. At the same time, I started suffering from panic attacks. Not surprising. Here I would wake up in the middle of the night, hyperventilating while my mind was on overdrive. Again, not surprising. It sucked. Probably. In my room, we had a walk-in closet with sliding doors that screams paranormal activity is gonna happen here. I love it. Install them here. And you're that corner wherever you are. Install sliding doors. Invite more ghosts. After a long day of drinking, I crashed in bed, but left the closet door open and the light on. I slept closest to the closet. In the middle of the night, I woke up in a panic, but as soon as I opened my eyes, there was a faceless dark figure standing right over me, looking down at me. Turns out lights don't protect you from ghosts. I told you that, Ghosts. There it was again, the figure that was in the picture, faceless trenchcoat and a fedora-type hat. Odd thing is, as scary as it should have been, I felt at peace. My panic immediately went away, which never happened, and I went right back to sleep and slept peacefully. The next morning, I woke up and could not stop thinking about it, so I told my mom and friends. Everyone but my mom probably thought I was crazy. That day, I could not stop thinking about how strange it was, but also how at peace he made me feel. I like how the ghost is faceless, but you've assigned it as a he. Some ghosts are genderless. Most demons are as well. Just saying. It was almost as if he was like, it's okay, you're okay, go back to sleep. Ghostlings, if someone is standing over me, faceless, like this, creepy, with a fedora, the most scary hat in the world, I would not go, I feel peaceful. I would feel terrified. Maybe this person is more messed up than we thought. Maybe they have so much trauma they think a fedora is an inviting friend. As if he was watching over me and protecting me. So I thought maybe he had been all those years. Was this my guardian angel? My mom always told my sister and I that everyone had a guardian angel. It's true, Bolslips. Maybe a few weeks later, I was listening to the song Devil Like Me by Rainbow Kitten Surprise. What a name, Goslings. Is this band still around? And how good is their music? And there he was again! Obviously, it was a person in the music video, but the music video is black and white, following a tall man wearing a fedora and trench coat. I thought this was crazy, so I started looking up what I had seen in Google and started seeing other people's stories. And I realized how common this was, which was the craziest part of all since I don't believe in ghosts and paranormal activities. It was enough to send a shiver down my spine, but I still like to believe that the Hat Man is my guardian angel. Goslings. Very interesting. I have never heard of this Hat Man guardian angel business, but Goslings, have you heard of this before? I would be open to this being a guardian angel. The fact you've only seen it twice in your life doesn't inspire me to say this is a guardian angel. It's also a little too creepy. Usually, guardian angels have a nice serenity about them. They're not faceless. They usually have a face. A mean face sometimes, an ugly face, a troll like face, but a face all the same. The faceless part of it makes me worried. Anyway, Golflings, thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope to see you here next week for more Reddit ghost stories. Be sure to comment your ghost story below or post them on Reddit so we can all read them. Have a great ghostly weekend, Golflings. Farewell.